to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that she should be holy and without blemish. So husbands are to love their own wife as their own body. He who loves his wife loves himself. Okay? God marriage, when God married someone, I want to let you know, marriage is not man idea. It is not man idea. It is God idea. And God set the standard for how husbands are to love their wife, not as the world define love, but as Christ loved the church. When husbands love their wife this way, they build a home where God's presence dwell. Children grow up secure, and the marriage reflect God's glory. I have 4 little points that I'm going to share quickly. Love sacrificial. You have to love sacrificially as Christ loved the church. We just see in Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25, it says, husband, love your wife just as Christ also loved the church and give himself for her. What does sacrificial love look like? What does sacrificial love look like? It look like this: putting her need before your own, protecting her from harm, providing for her emotionally, spiritually, and physically, being willing to give up your preference for her good. Men, that's hard, but sometimes when I come home tired, is there my wife want to send me in the shop. But you know, out of love, you still have to do that. 1 John chapter 3 verse 16 is not John 3:16, it's 1 John chapter 3:16. By this we know love. By what we know love? By this, because he laid down his life for us, as we also ought to lay down our life for the brethren. Now, let me explain this verse. This verse is about sacrificial love, the kind of love Jesus showed when he gave his life for us. While the direct context is about loving fellow believer, the brethren, the principle of sacrificial love apply even more powerfully in marriage. Why? Because your wife is your closest neighbor, your first ministry, and the one God have entrusted to you. Okay? Love with purity and leadership. Just as Christ washed the church with the word, husbands should encourage their wife spiritually. Your word should cleanse, uplift, and empower, not tear her down. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21 said, death and life are at the power of the tongue. Ask yourself this: do my word heal or hurt? Do I lead my wife closer to God? When you take care of your wife, you are taking care of yourself, because you are one flesh. A husband who mistreats his wife damages his own future blessing. A husband who mistreats his wife damages his own future blessing. In the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7, it says, husband likewise dwell with them with understanding. Just now, that's the same verse that Piper gave me. We was just talking about that, and he gave me that verse, and I had it in here all the time. Husband likewise dwell with them with understanding, giving honor to the wife, that your prayers may not hinder. See what God did? When a man, husband mistreat his wife, your prayer, don't think yourself as trying to pray. It hinder. God ain't gonna hear you, because you're treating her bad. Sometimes my wife and I, you know, every couple have the little ups and downs. And we get in the rope, she will say, remember that chapter? She will say, and I love to pray. So I don't want my prayer to be hindered. So I make up, even if I write, because sometimes the husband them right, I ask for forgiveness and we continue from there. Because I don't want my prayers to be hindered. That your prayers may not be hindered. No. Point number 4. Love unconditionally. In the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, we know the model. Love is patient, kind, love is patient, kind, not self-seeking. It keep no record of wrong. Wives, husband too. Sometimes we know if our wife do something or our husband do something, we hold on to it. We hold on when you're in bed. There you want to remind. I just get that a lot sometimes. You want to remind you of what you did. Love keep no record of wrong. That's what Brother Piper and I was speaking. You have to always forgive to go forward. This is agape love, a covenant, not a contract. A man once said, I would die for my wife. But his wife replied, I don't need you to die for me. I need you to live for me. Live every day with love, patience, and kindness. You don't need to die for her. Live for her. Husband, God is not asking for one dramatical act of sacrifice. He's asking for a daily life of sacrifice, like Christ loved the church. Your wife is like a garden. Whatever you plant will grow. Plant love, and you'll reap joy. You neglect her, and weeds of bitterness will grow. We have to take care of them. Husband, listen to me, husband. Are you reflecting Christ's love in your home? Wives, are you praying for your husband to rise into their divine role? As wives, sometimes you have to, not sometimes, but you always have to pray. There's a story, a true story. There's a husband and a wife that have a business, but the wife is a praying wife. And there's some, when you got business, you got competition out there. And there was people that wanted to take the husband business by witchcraft and all kind of stuff like that. Because the wife was a praying wife, everything they tried would never work. Because the wife was a praying wife. When you is a praying wife, when you're a praying wife, God opened the door for you. Before I close up, let me do this short prayer and declaration over the husbands. Father, raise up husbands who will love you like Christ. I pray, God, that you will heal marriage, restore broken home, and let your glory fill every family represented here tonight. In Jesus' mighty name. God bless you. And I pray, trust me, the young couple directing to you tonight, as I just said, marriage don't work. You have to make it work. Remember that, Okay? God bless you.